The following example is more of a, say, a challenge or a trick problem that I want to spend some time on separately from the other ones. We have here the absolute value of x minus 6 is less than or equal to negative 12. The reason I want to do this, for example, separately is because this example determines whether or not students understand the concept of why we split absolute value inequalities into and or compound inequalities and how we do it. It shows do they understand the definition or the concepts that are hidden between it. So for this example, if you try and approach it just by memorizing steps and not a concept, what you would do is you would think to yourself, this is an and compound inequality. So I'm going to set it up the same way I've done before, where I put my variable expression between the original and the opposite. So let's see what happens when we do this. So I would add 6 to both sides, and I would get on the outside 18, adding 6 in the middle cancels out, adding 6 on the outside, I get negative 6. And so students think to themselves, well, that was easy. So now we have our compound inequality. X is between 18 and negative 6, which let's not read it that way. Let's read it the way it's read from left to right. We can even read it the way it's viewed with the two compound inequalities separately. This is read as 18 is less than or equal to x. So if I write that down, 18 is less than or equal to x, and then flip it so x is on the right side, x is greater than or equal to 18. Okay. Now, let's look at the other one. X is less than negative 6. And this is an and. So x has to be greater than or equal to 18, and it has to be less than or equal to negative 6. So I ask you, what number is larger than 18, could be larger than or equal to, and at the same time, it is less than, it is smaller than or equal to negative 6. Is there a number that fits there? Can a number be at the same time larger than 18 and less than negative 6? And the answer is no. No number fits those concepts, those characteristics. Really, this problem is a no solution problem. And so what happens though is students don't see that because they just follow the steps. They think, oh, I just put it between the negative 12 and the 12 like I've done before and solve from there. Understand the concept to what we're trying to do. And so let me erase this. The concept is the idea that absolute value represents distance. And remember, distance is always positive. And so when dealing with this problem, we see here that our distance of x minus 2, so x minus 6, is less than or equal to negative 12 units from 0. And so by reading the problem that way, and we practice that with absolute value equations, we see you can't have a distance that is negative. So therefore, it's a no solution problem. So this is a challenge. This is a trick. It determines which students actually understand the idea of absolute value, that it's a distance from 0, and how it relates to inequalities. So do be careful with these trick problems.